When the woke Hollywood writers went on strike, I'm sure that they thought the public would have their back against the big bad studios. The same thing when the actors joined them. But right now, it certainly doesn't seem like the public cares, and it also doesn't seem like there's any end in sight for this strike. The writers and actors, along with the studios, have all been part of the destruction of the entertainment industry as we know it. With woke identity politics, virtue signaling, all this garbage that's been shoved into the entertainment and the franchises that people loved. No, people aren't necessarily too sad to see them suffering right now. That's just the reality. And now that the strike has officially gone on over 100 days, the longest strike in recent memory, it is clear that the writers do not have this massive public support like they thought, and already they're starting to run out of money. Hollywood striking writers are running out of money. And I think that the studios are probably hoping some of these people, the lower tier writers, just decide, you know what, it's not worth coming back to this. I'm going to go get a different job. Because there are too many terrible writers right now in the entertainment industry. But it apparently is not just the writers who are running out of money. It's also some actors as well. And they want you to feel very, very bad for them. Billy Porter says he had to sell his house because of Hollywood strikes. Starved me out. Man, the actors have been on strike for what, like 45 days or something? And you have to sell your house already? Somebody who has made millions and millions of dollars over the course of their career? I don't think that the normal person is going to feel too bad for Billy Porter, the gay actor who's constantly preaching about politics, who's constantly bitching about Trump or Republicans or whatever. And of course, maybe most notably, his recent role that I can remember him in was as the fairy godmother, the genderless fairy godmother, because magic has no gender. Something tells me that not a whole lot of people are going to feel very bad for you, Billy Porter, that you've mismanaged your money so terribly that after not working for a month, you had to sell your massive home. Interestingly enough, it used to say that Billy Porter's net worth was $5 million until he said he had to sell his house, and then a message got sent out and they changed it to $1 million. Who knows what his net worth actually is? Either way, it's in all likelihood a lot more than the person watching this video right now, that's for sure. But let's get to this. Thousands of actors and entertainers are striking in Hollywood and around the country with the Writers Guild of America as they demand a rise in pay and residuals in the streaming era. Here's a spoiler alert for everybody asking for streaming residuals. If you want to negotiate for that stuff, I totally get it. I would love to see what those streaming numbers actually are. But the reality is, for each and every streaming service out there, they're losing money. Disney's losing hundreds of millions of dollars a quarter on streaming. Peacock is losing hundreds of millions. What is the other one out? Paramount Plus, that's losing hundreds of millions of dollars. All these streaming services are fucking losing money hand over fist. So if you want residuals from that, I'm not quite sure what you're expecting. And while the strikes may have a positive outcome in store for actors, Porter is already dealing with the negatives of the situation. I have to sell my house. I don't know when we're going to go back to work, the Pose star 53 told the Evening Standard. The life of an artist, until you make fuck you money, which I haven't made yet, is still check to check. Porter, who played the ballroom MC Pray Tell in Pose from 2018 to 2021, revealed he was gearing up to work on a couple upcoming projects in September. However, due to the strike, none of that is happening, according to Porter. So to the person who said, we're going to starve them out till they have to sell their apartments, you've already starved me out, Porter told the outlet. The actor's comments come after it was reported that film execs were willing to allow things to drag on until union members start losing their apartments and losing their houses. Some people attributed that to Bob Iger specifically, and Billy Porter thinks the same apparently. Billy Porter tells Disney CEO Bob Iger, fuck you, over strike comments. It is crazy to see how Bob Iger and Disney have become the focal point of the actors and the writers when it comes to striking against the studios. They are now public enemy number one, and everyone is coming after them. But the whole thing with this garbage, right? This dude who has tried to tell everybody else how to live their lives, who is constantly preaching about politics, Supreme Court, Donald Trump, he needs to pay, like shit like this. This dude who has turned off so many people because of his personal beliefs is now wanting you to feel bad for him. This woke gay actor wants you to feel bad for him. that after 30 days of not being in work, he had to sell his, in all likelihood, multi-million-dollar house. And this is one of the main problems. I'm not sure if that resonates with people. There's a reason why there hasn't been much public outcry about these strikes. There's not a lot of support for the writers or the actors because, quite frankly, Hollywood has turned so many people off over the last few years. They know they can get by without it. They know that they don't have to worry. I remember back in the 2007, 2008, there was a ton of backlash surrounding that. People wanted their shows back on. People wanted them to come back. But that is not happening this time around. There's a reason for that, because over the past 15 years, Hollywood has gone so far down the road of woke identity politics that people don't give a fuck if they actually come back or not. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below about poor Billy Porter losing his house after being out of work for about a month. The same fucking people, mind you. The same people who wanted to shut down the entire world. You need to do your part by staying at home while we, Hollywood, still gets to work during COVID. All this bullshit. They are the ones that made people lose their businesses. They are the ones who wanted to lock everything down, this totalitarian regime. They pushed for it. They were fine with it. They were fine with mom and pop stores shutting down. But now that they are out of a job for 30 fucking days, they want you to feel bad for having to sell their multi-million-dollar house. Fuck you, Billy Porter, and all these other woke pieces of shit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.